Does your whole family go to McDonald's? You want a shake, you want fries, your children want the Happy Meals with the little toys? Tonight reports a boy molested in the McDonald's bathroom.
Champ Jones. One nation. Day-to-day trials. Trying to make it out. Trying to find a route. Greetings to my champs world and nationwide. It's Champ Jones coming at you once again with another episode of The Champ Speaks. In this particular episode, I would like to explore the unfortunate circumstance of child sexual abuse amongst inner city boys. Now, this is a sensitive topic, and I don't want to ignore the fact that child sexual abuse can happen to any gender, of any race, in any area, at any given time. There's facts that prove that. According to an internet source titled Darkness to Light, Child Sexual Abuse Statistics and Perpetuators, it states about 60% of children who are sexually abused are abused by the people the family trust.
The republic for which it stands, committed to genocide, killing other sides. They gave niggas flags, called it gang tides. Two different paths, straight suicide. I once knew a guy who once preached for peace. His whole life changed once he lost his niece from two gunshots.
I decided in this particular episode to speak on the inner city Latino African American boys that go through these same unfortunate circumstances, but it's taught a certain mind frame that shies them away, it scares them away from revealing their pain and their unfortunate running with these pedophiles and unfortunate circumstances in general that not only plays a part in the psychological perspective of the world, but the intimate relationships as well.
The struggle is double. It ain't no telling. Will I pop to the top? Cause it ain't no felon. Fresh off a boat.
Not to mention, there's a lot of psychological disorders and mental complaints that can come with having sexual abuse that happens in a household or amongst a family friend. You have certain unfortunate mental issues such as
clips for black, brown, and red kids. I pump my fist from the podium. This is it, I told y'all we on it, but we still falling in traps. As long as we quick to go and call up the gats, the dogs and the cats.
Unfortunately, this circumstance happens not only in inner cities, also in suburbia. But as a young inner city African American male myself, I understand the concept of hyper masculinity and what it takes and what caused to be a man in these inner city communities. And a lot of times, anything from falling off a bike to an unfortunate circumstance like sex abuse, a lot of people wouldn't be willing to speak on their behalf of their victimization. So a lot of times, young black men and young Latino men, regardless of the severity of the unfortunate circumstance of the pain, 9 times out of 10 they'll keep it bottled up. So even with statistics that's jotted down, that's trying to prove a point or expose a situation such as child sexual abuse amongst boys, getting molested from men, a lot of times this isn't really being reported. So the numbers could be astonishingly high. gathered a few clips off of YouTube, and I'll make sure to leave the links to the original source. And I want to just demonstrate and show a few individuals from these sites that were willing to share their story. And basically, I just wanted to show the world, particularly that it happens. It's unfortunate and it happens, not just more so with older men and younger women, or older women and younger men, but also with men amongst boys, older teens amongst young boys. And when I spoke to a few individuals myself who, respectively, they want to be recorded, when we spoke on their unfortunate circumstances, it played a role in how they perceive the world. And it's something that a lot of people wouldn't want to come forward to due to the perception of the masculinity and what it takes to be a man. So in inner city communities, what we have to start asking our young men, and our men particularly, is, are we healthy around each other? What's the definition of manhood? What's the definition of masculinity? What does it take to be a man? Should we seek therapy when we go through unfortunate circumstances? Is it okay to talk? Or do we continue to take this to the grave? Do we continue to use this as gas for violence and outlashes? There's actually statistics that talk about the effect in the workplace of families. For example, it says, an internet source entitled The Effects of Child Abuse and Race on Risk Taken in Male Adolescence, written by Jeannie T. Hernandez, Mark Ladico, and Ralph D. Clemente, states, children from single-parent households and of lower social-economic status are more common targets, as are children with physical, neurological, or emotional problems. Black males are overrepresented in all of those situations. Not only does this unfortunate circumstance take place in immediate households, it also takes place in foster homes, in prison institutions, and juvenile centers nationwide, worldwide at that.
One in 5 will be sexually assaulted while incarcerated. The victims tend to be newcomers, non-violent drug users who have doubled the prison population over the past 10 years.
So with that stated, this is not something that's hidden. This is not something unknown. But I want you to ask yourself, if that happened to you, or if you know someone that it happened to, are they healthy, and how can we help each other get out of these unfortunate circumstances?
Everybody got that one molester, uncle. And you know your mama's like, where them kids at? They with Johnny. Get them kids! Get them kids! Hurry up! Get them kids! Don't you leave them with your Uncle Johnny! Don't you leave them with your Uncle Johnny! Later on, you get molested, your mama get mad at you. That's what you get. Hanging around fucking Johnny. I told you about that shit. Now walk it off.
I see myself thriving after surviving sort of sexual assault as a child, and it lasted, unfortunately, for over 10 years. And I had an experience in college where I was raped at the age of 19. And the journey from there to here has been a pretty long, difficult, challenging, but worthy journey. And I'm thriving. And when I say thriving, I define that as I have love in my life.
Abused when I was about 8. That's what I remember. It was from an older male cousin. Room here and there, like, you know, I would leave my room and go sleep in their room. And then he's like, oh, if I'll show you, but you can't tell anybody. And at the time, I mean, I was 8 years old. For a large portion, I blame myself. Like, I felt like I should have known better Like if somebody asked me to do something like that, I knew it was wrong. Like I wouldn't kiss any of my other cousins or ask somebody to do something like that. Why would I allow that?
You're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Mark Houston, and that's the truth.
To those that were victims once before in their lives of this unfortunate circumstance, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize, and I do wish you much healing and much peace. Family, we must come together and build a healthy relationship with one another. We must talk about our pain. We must speak and let it out. Violence and outlashing is not always going to be the result that we're looking for. I overstand the pain and I overstand the outcries. Just know you have help if you ask for it. Please stay motivated. Please stay positive. Please stay real.
Trying to